Modifier YouTube video where today we're going to do something different again. We're going to be playing a new SPQR, Skirmish Ancients game from Warlord Games. So had an opportunity to look at the early release of the two-player set, and I'm down with my brother. So hey Gary, how are you?
Hi folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gary is the
my brother's going to try and actually beat me for once.
That's probably not going to happen, to be honest.
And on film. Yeah, so we're at Black Dragon Miniatures, which this is our sort of filming room. We have a store in Hinckley in Leicestershire. Website as well, which is www.blackdragonminiatures.com. We stock Warlord, Games Workshop, Mantic, various other games. I think we've got something like 74 different game systems within the store, so check us out on the website and hope you enjoy the video.
Yeah, and Gary runs lots of events for lots of different things as well, like Bolt Action 40k.
Yeah, Bolt Action, 40k, Kill Team, AOS, Kings of War is what we're particularly strong with. But yeah, basically check us out on Facebook as well.
Yeah, fantastic. So we will be playing this new starter game where we'll have one team of Romans, which I'll be taking, and I'll be trying to invade Gaul.
Yeah, with 5 Romans, so hopefully...
That's all I need.
Hopefully. I need to go get my Asterix model.
I'll never win if we play as Asterix.
Yeah, I've got Asterix, Obelix and Getafix, so they will be making an appearance in this game. Yeah. I also have some Orc Romans as well somewhere, but they're not warlords, so we're not going to do those ones today. Right, okay, so yeah, we're going to have a crack and see how we get on.
So this is the battlefield we'll be playing over. We play on a 4x4 table, so we do have a little bit of space over there just for us to put stuff down if we want. Here are the Romans. So there are 5 Romans coming into this little Gaulish village. Now I've got a heavy shield, which means I can defend myself quite well, and my gladius, which is also quite good at fighting. And coming up against it is 2 little war bands of Gaulish troops. Now they are not armed with what they look like they've actually got slings. So slings will require a special action to prepare the sling and then a short action to shoot it. So basically it takes their whole activation to fire their slings, but they do have a range of 30 inches, which is quite a long way. So there's one unit there, and we come across past the chickens, past the cattle, and then we have another unit here of 10 Gauls as well. So they're identically armoured, and basically the idea is for us to bludgeon each other to death. And I think, I think we can probably manage that. So in this mission, the Romans are going to go first. So all I'm going to do is move 2 short actions. So that's 5 inches for the first short action, and then 5 inches for the second short action. Let's see, I tidily put away the tape measure then. Basically, I'm going to move down this road to try and get up to deal with the first Gauls in the village. And then it will be passed over to Gary, who will get to activate his 2 units in turn and take 2 actions with them. If he wants to shoot with his slings, he'll have to spend a special action followed by a shoot action to actually do it, so that'll be his whole activation. Or of course he can always come and fight me, of course, if that's what he prefers to do. So that's the Roman first turn over. What are you going to do, Gary?
Okay, so got a bunch of Romans coming into my village, which is scaring these Gauls a little bit.
Well, why wouldn't it scare them?
Well, exactly. They haven't had their magic potion.
Yeah, and I've got far more clothes on than you.
Yeah, there is that as well. Yeah, so should have brought the berserkers out.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, because you can pre-measure in this game, I'm just going to check the old range. So
30 inches.
I am technically in range with a few,
just a
couple of them over there. So I think this unit here, they're going to do a double action. They're not going to move the full distance, which they can go 6, these guys, because as Andy just said, they've got a little bit less clothing on. So they're a bit faster. So I can potentially go up to here, which is going to leave me right in the mouth of those. So in actual fact, I'm going to come this way. Yeah. And I'm only going to move to the edge of the road here.
You're quite a good position there, won't you? So either to sling me or to come and fight, won't you?
So these guys. And the coherency in this is 1 inch. It doesn't matter if you've got square bases, round bases, and apparently, according to my trade rep, even multi-based.
Yeah, and that would make it quite quick if you're playing a bigger game, which I think you could probably scale quite quickly in a bigger game.
But obviously you do remove individual casualties, so not sure Multi-basing, obviously, with removable models is probably going to be still better.
So that's them done.
Okay, so now I'm going to sort of draw, I think, the Romans in a little bit, because only armed with slings. I could throw some slings at them, but then I'm going to get charged. Or I could fall back, draw them into the centre, and then sling them next turn.
Classic Gallic treachery.
Yes, so I think we're going to do that. So these guys are going to do a fast double action, and they're going to move back behind the cover of the chicken shed to draw.
Now, of course, Gary doesn't realise, but my strategic objective is just to capture the village. It doesn't matter if I survive or not.
I think you'll find that, having read the rules, that's not the case. So they're going to have to go that way. So they're going to go back up to here as well.
Right, so a bit of manoeuvring at the end of round one.
It's a tactical French fallback.
Yeah, they're just...
On our way to Dunkirk.
But more importantly, you've left all your soft cheeses for me.
That's all right, but we've still got the chicken.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Papa Nando's.
Yeah. Le Coq, as you can see there, Le Coq is still there.
Yeah.
So, okay,
with his bitches.
Okay. Right. So it'll be back over to me. So my Romans are going to have to manoeuvre. I haven't really got a lot of options here. So all I'm going to do is manoeuvre around this way, and then we'll manoeuvre up that way to sort of be in a village. Unfortunately, I can't really get myself into any cover. I'm just going to be sort of... I mean, I could go over the fence, but it's much of a much, to be honest. So I'm just going to move. That's my two actions. So I'm slowly catching up with them. So Gary, what are you going to do?
Well, now what we're going to do is these guys are armed with slings. So basically, with bows, it's one action to fire a bow, and obviously remember you get two actions. With slings, unfortunately, you've got to pick a stone up or a suitable pebble out of your pocket, and then you've got to basically use your second action then to fling it.
Yeah, and actually, historically, slings are really, really powerful weapons. Actually, well, probably better than bows.
Let's see. If I take you all out like a skittle, then
we'll know it's true.
Well, we know it's true. Okay, so for ranged attack, they get 1 dice each. They get +1 to their accuracy for their stat line. So bearing in mind, in this game, you always need 6s always hit. And then you apply the modifier. So with +1, that means I'm on 5s. However, there are a couple more modifiers just to add. One of which is range, and the other one is
it's cover, isn't it?
Cover. One would assume. Just checking.
Yeah, because I'll pick up some cover from about half the warband. Probably has to fire over the fencing, whereas the other half can fire at me straight. Okay, so Gary's got half his warband who can see directly down the street, for lack of a better word, and the other half will have to fire over the chicken pen. So the ones firing direct will be on +1 to hit, so they'll be hitting on 5, so that's 5
so
dice.
They're on +1, which is their base stat, so they're on 5s. They're within half range, so no modifier for that, and there's no cover. So 5s or 6s create a hit.
So we have two at the moment.
Okay, so we'll put those to one side. We then have 5 guys who are firing still within half range, but over cover, so they get -1. So they're now on 6s, because that takes away their natural +1.
Another 2, so it's going to be a total of 4.
So that's 4 from those guys. Okay, so we'll do those first. So basically, you're supposed to do 1 unit at a time. So they've fired. Now, Andrew's armour save is again basically on 6s, but he gets +3 to this. So he's going to need 3s.
I also have a large shield, which means that I can re-roll 2. May force your enemies to re-roll 2 ranged or melee attacks. Okay, so I'll ask you to re-roll 2 of the 6s that succeeded.
Okay.
Of course, that's how it would be. Exactly. So my armour is 3+ or +3, which means that if I roll a 3 or more, that will equal a 6, of course. So I'll save these. So I got 1, 2, 3 saves, but I did lose with 1. So one of my Romans is unfortunately killed.
So he is removed.
Yeah, so that's not great. That is officially 20% of my entire army from one.
Well, I'm glad your maths has worked out.
Yeah. Right, so,
the
next unit.
Next lot. These guys are all armed with slings. They're at long range but no cover, so -1. They get their inherent +1, so back down to base 6s.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, yeah. So I'll make you re-roll 2 of them for my large shield again.
Nope.
Good. So just
the
one, and a single save of 3+. Yes, managed to save that one. Okay. Better at distance, I think, is the idea.
All right.
Right.
So initiative.
Yeah. So this round we roll a die. Each round we roll a dice to see who goes first. I got the second round. I managed to win that one. We didn't do it on camera though, unfortunately. So 4 for Gary. And a 1 for the Romans. So, wow, Gary, what can the Gaulish hordes do? Can they protect their chickens?
Yeah, they're just going to throw some more stones at you.
I think it's going to be much of a match, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, so, you're going to attack me anyway.
I will.
So, and in this, it's a simultaneous combat. So I'm going to... actually, I'll do this one first.
This one first? So this is the 6s. Oh, right. You can start by re-rolling 2 of those successes. So you re-rolled the successes, so you take... how many did you get in total? Was it 4?
Yeah, it was 4.
Yeah.
And then a double 6 again.
Yeah, because you just confused me because you picked up missed dice, and I was thinking, I can't do
maths.
the maths.
It's got digits on it.
Not great with maths, not great with maths. So 3s again. Yeah. Oh, another Roman has gone. Oh, well, it's 25% now of the remaining Gauls.
Okay, so we've still got the 5 guys who are not in cover shot.
Remaining Romans, even. Not
so we've got 5s on these guys. With, 2.
So you
re-roll the.
I can make you re-roll 2 from the attack. So I might make you re-roll the 6, the ones that are shooting on 6s, because that was less likely for you to succeed, of course. So yeah, you can re-roll 1 of the ones on a 6.
Yeah. So this one's a 6.
And then one of these ones on a 5 as well, please.
Nope.
Right, so just 1 to save against. Oh, you're kidding.
33% now, guys.
These Romans are having a bad day. They seriously need to get in the mix. Right.
Okay.
It is the Romans
your
going
turn.
now. So, let's just see how far. So 5 inches won't take me to combat. So I move up 5 inches as just normal action. And then I do a charge action from there to get into combat. Let's see if these Romans are going to do some serious work. So, this is it.
The final stand.
Yeah, well, what do you mean the final stand for you? Romans!
I'll tell you what, one of these better be called Brutus.
Yeah. So, I do get 2 dice per Roman, which is good, so it gives me a total of 4. They have a melee modifier of +2, so that means that I will be hitting on 4s. See how I did the maths then? Oh, it's a good start! 2 hits. Now every person in the whole warband will get to fight, so this might be bad for me when it comes back. So the armour of the Gauls is 0.
So I'm on 6s.
6s to save. Oh, really? So one of them dies. But you still got all 10 fighting me back because we're doing it simultaneously.
So my guys basically get 2 dice each. So they have 20 dice.
This is where numbers have quality all of their own, isn't it?
But I do need... I'm on +1s, so I'm on 5s with my
now
fists with stones in.
Yeah, punching me with your bare hands.
So let's take the move the hits over to there. So
not too bad.
No, but I am going to have to re-roll all of them.
Well, you're going to have to re-roll 3 dice. Each legionary can force you to re-roll 3 melee checks. Yes, so that's because I've got a large shield, which I used before when they're shooting. That's 2 re-rolls. And then my sword allows another re-roll. So yes, so you can re-roll all of those, please. Thank you very much. And this is where I might just about manage to survive. This is where Roman... Oh, it's looking good. Just 2. Right. I do have to make 2 saves. I do only have 2 models as well, which is always fun.
Come on.
So +3 on my armour, of course. Oh!
Not so good.
This is how we captured an empire.
Okay, so I now remove the model, and I've lost a Gaul.
Yeah, so we are locked in combat though. So
that's 5% of my army.
Yeah. So we are locked in combat. So the next round we will roll for
doesn't mean you're safe from being
initiative.
shot at because you can't shoot enemies in combat.
That is true, but I think I may get swarmed in a moment. So we'll roll for initiative anyway. A 3
6.
versus a 6, so Gary has the initiative with the Gauls.
Okay, so this unit here, I'm going to see whether they're within 12. They're not quite.
Ooh, just out.
So they're just going to move into position.
Yeah, ready for the next round.
Over to here and stand and watch.
Yep.
Yeah, sort of.
And your next Gallic infantry, I presume, are going to fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn right.
So you'll have 18 dice this time because you did lose a model.
Okay, so doesn't appear to be any piling rules or anything. As they can all fight, they just stay where they are.
Yep.
That's what we can make out. So we get 18 dice this time, so take 2 away.
But still hitting on 5s.
Yep. And still re-rolling lots.
Yes. Well, only 6. I would like you to re-roll all, but yeah, 6 is okay. So let's see what they got.
5 in, it would be fairly tough to dislodge the Romans in combat. There we go. So
not many
looks like
hits.
we're re-rolling all of them.
So just 4, is it?
Yeah, just 4
4
successes.
hits.
Okay.
So yeah, re-rolling those. So again, needing 5s. 2 again. Right. So is this going to be the moment? Ah!
Oh.
1 6 and a 2. I lose a Roman. It is not looking good for the armies of Rome, but I do get both of them to fight back. So they get 2 dice each. They will fight, needing 4. I mean, come on.
Less said about that, the better, really.
I'm not going to say anything. Not a word.
Shall I remove 50% of your army?
You can remove, 50% of my remaining army, or 80% of my entire army.
Okay.
Okay, right, okay, well...
I want to put an initiative.
Yeah, well, it's technically... Do I get my activation now?
Oh, yes, yeah, because that was just a return attack, wasn't it? So
yeah,
yes,
I
now
think
you
I
get
can,
to fight me.
I think I can just fight you, because I only have 1 unit,
Yeah.
so...
2 dice. Let's see if
I
we
will
can
do that. Yes, of course, 2 hits.
Okay, box cars coming up.
6 is for you to survive. Oh, for God's sake.
Well,
Never play your brother at a game.
I'm definitely holding on to these guys for upcoming tournaments.
Okay, right, well, feel free to obliterate my last
No,
Roman.
'cause it's now a new turn. You might get to fight again.
You get to retaliate the attack.
No, because that was your retaliation. That was your...
I did my retaliation. That was my action.
This was your turn, wasn't it? Oh, okay, I do apologise. Okay, sorry, I'm too used to...
18 dice for you again.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, there's hardly any hits in there. 3.
Of which you make me re-roll all of them.
Yes, actually, because I only got 1 man now, but...
1?
1 to save. Okay, let's see. Ah, he's gone! The last Roman is gone. Well, I think this is what you get, isn't it? When you try and invade an entire country with 5 Romans.
Yeah, that's pretty much the British invasion of the peninsula on the Bernard Cornwall Sharp adaptation.
Well, I could have won if I'd have had Sharp. Right.
Oh,
okay.
dear.
Bye-bye, Roman.
Bye-bye, Roman.
So the Gauls have successfully defended their village. Right. Oh, well.
Well, there we have it. Normal service resumes.
NAVDVC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Well, exactly.
So,
Cur petting there.
So the Romans clearly didn't manage to succeed in taking the village. I managed to just kill 1 Gaulish soldier. Actually, probably a peasant.
Yeah.
To be honest, wasn't even a soldier.
In fairness, I think actually he had a bit of a gammy leg.
Yeah, he could.
And he snapped his leg and fell on the chicken pen.
Injured himself, actually.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, injured himself out, actually.
Yeah. But other than that, I have now some nice decorations.
Yeah. Of
Roman helmets and shields and stuff to go around the little village.
Use them as a soup tureen or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I mean, there's a very brief run through of the game, so showing off some of the basic mechanics there. I mean, it was quite the firing from the Gauls took out a couple of models before we even got to combat. 3 models actually before we even got to combat.
Yeah, which made all the difference really.
Yeah, and I think, obviously the Romans are quite resilient with their sword and shield, making you re-roll dice when you're really only hitting on 5s and 6s.
In fairness, if you'd got even 4 of the Romans in the combat, I would have really been in trouble because I'd have just not hit you.
Yeah,
because I'd have been re-rolling 12 successful hits out of a possible 20 when I'm hitting on 5s. I'm just not going to do any damage, and it's just going to then be you just hacking me to bits.
I think that's really important, because I think if I'd have got an extra model, like you say, you'd have definitely needed that second warband to get in to combat to actually then start putting some damage down. But you've just been exactly the same against them as well. Still
only the fact I would have had 40 dice.
Yeah.
So, and re-rolling 12 successes. So yeah, still no chance.
Still would have been quite hard. Yeah, I think that's the key. Once you peppered me down enough to stop me getting in, then you had a chance.
So tactically, it was the soundest decision then, wasn't it?
To retire, yeah, probably was
actually. Back and draw you into my trap.
Probably was. Quite surprising, really, that you came up with that.
Who'd have thought?
So anyway, this was only a very brief run through of the starter set for SPQR from Warlord Games. So I hope you liked what we showed off today. Obviously there's a lot more rules in the advanced rules, particularly about heroes and hero development.
So we're led to believe, I think there's talk on the forum about elephants.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I didn't even see that.
War elephants on the forum. It was being talked about on Facebook last night. I haven't actually seen the post, but people have been saying.
And there are going to be named characters from fictional and from historical.
Fictional as well?
Yeah, fictional. Certainly.
Is Asterix going to be in there?
I don't know about that, but certainly they're
missing a trick if they don't put him in there.
Pulo, is it, from the Rome TV series? He's going to have a character. Is it Varus and Pulo? I can't remember their names. So yeah, there's going to be some good stuff, I think, with the hero development. I think there'll be some fun to be had.
Okay.
And we'll probably create our own Asterix.
Well, exactly.
Get a fix.
Yeah, no, exactly. I've got the full set. It cost me an absolute fortune on eBay, but I've got the full set.
Right, great. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please come and check out Gary's events at Black Dragon Games if he's running any that you're interested in the systems that he's doing. So
yeah, we're in the middle of the country, so 2 hours from everywhere.
Right. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Take care.
Thank you.